In this video, I will show you that Donald Trump is an actor, and that this is a film brought to you by the Grand Lodge of Freemasonry, and the politicians like Trump are just actors. And Trump actually presented a TV show. He is also represented by Biff in Back to the Future. And if you look at this mugshot, it doesn't look like an authentic mugshot. There's something too Hollywood about it, and about the expression, and it's also been photoshopped to take away his wrinkles. And it seems like, with all the predictive programming, that there will be a fake assassination of Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is compared to Julius Caesar, a play written by William Shakespeare. And the first man to get the William Shakespeare was called William Shakespeare, and Trump is responsible for Operation Warp Speed. And when Julius Caesar died, there was a bright comet in the sky. We have a comet which might be bright in September. Remember that Julius Caesar was responsible for a civil war with Pompey. And America is based on ancient Rome, and Trump crossed the Rubicon. And Trump is also linked to Lincoln, because what they're trying to push is the idea of a divided America. This is a 2016 documentary by Jeremy Paxman, in which he goes around America before the election of Trump and Hillary. It's called Divided America. He compares the legacy of Lincoln to modern day America. Remember that Lincoln was responsible for the Civil War. He also saw a grand meteor shower in 1833, and people thought it was the end of the world, but he said no, it's just a meteor shower. This is important because this seems to be the plot in an episode of a TV program called Trackdown. And Lincoln was shot in a theatre by an actor. Okay, and in the program, it tells you that Trump is an actor. It's the first program to actually mention the Q movement, and it mentions Trump building a wall. Now, in this clip, we have an Israeli art collective called In Decline, and it shows an American flag with a man holding a briefcase, and the flag has been turned upside down, and all the stars have fallen down into upside down pentagrams, showing you the collapse of America down to Wall Street, and he has horns. In front of the flag is a statue of Donald Trump, naked, a papier-mâché statue. It shows that Trump has herpes, and he wears a Masonic ring. And on the graffiti underneath Trump, it says Jabba 666, and it has the Masonic square and compass. This was made in 2016. Now, this is a YouTube version, so the picture is not that clear. So I'll try to show you.
I made a couple turns the hard way, but it took half hour to get him up here, but it was worth the wait.
So there's the naked statue. There's the satanic figure. All the stars have fallen down. Briefcase, horns. He has herpes, and here he has a Masonic ring.
You're getting up somewhat of a life-size Donald Trump. He's a little taller.
So this is the art collective. They've actually squashed the video because of copyright.
Heavier. He's a lot lighter, but he's got about the same air mass to him, which is full of nothing. The protest
So here, you'll see on the graffiti, it says Jabba 666.
of collective In Decline
Jabba 666, and then the square and compass.
intitulated America when the...
Okay, let's try and make the screen bigger. Can you see that? Jabba 666 and the square and compass here of the Masons. Watch this.
A life-size naked...
So it says there, Jabba 666. Please go and look at the video. And before it says, give a man a gun who rob a bank, give a man a bank who rob the world. That's what's going on today. So let's see if we can see this close up, okay? So let's see if we can see this. Sorry for the noise.
With America more divided than ever, it's not just the two candidates casting an unsparing eye over their opponents. I made a couple turns the hard way, but it took half hour to get him up here, but it was worth the wait. We were getting up somewhat of a life-size Donald Trump. He's a little taller, he's a little heavier, he's a lot lighter, but he's got about the same air mass to him, which is full of nothing. The protest of collective...
So it says Jabba 666 square and compass. There, Jabba 666.
If you win that...
Jabba 666 square and compass. Jabba 666 square and compass.
The life-size naked statues of Donald Trump.
There's the satanic figure with all the stars falling down, showing America's going to collapse. And there's going to be a kind of civil war type situation. I believe it's all a movie.
Appeared overnight in parks and streets. There are some liberties taken, of course, with the hair.
So he's got a Masonic ring on his finger.
All of the statues vanished the same day.
So
but now,
there you see he has
thanks to
herpes.
Stanley Soodle, one more has found a home in New Jersey. It delights thousands each day as they commute into...
So there's the Masonic ring. You have the compass and the square there. Masonic ring. Okay, Jabba 666. Now, let's talk about the film Trackdown, because the film Trackdown, the TV series, is actually set in a post-Civil War America. And in the episode, so post-Civil War, and again, this links to Lincoln and Julius Caesar. And a character called Trump says he's going to build a wall, and they describe him as a snake or salesman, and he is then shot and assassinated. We can see here he has alchemical symbols. We know that the Masons worship alchemy. Now, also, just as a side note, if you look at the Israeli flag, it has two lines and a Star of David, Seal of Solomon. If you turn that flag vertical, it has two columns like a Masonic temple, and you have the Seal of Solomon. And inside the Seal of Solomon, you have a G, which represents 7, and it represents the synthesis of the two. This also relates to the goddess Isis, which is the keystone of the Masonic arch. So it's a synthesis of the dialectic. Okay, so the Seal of Solomon, number 7, and on 9/11, which was 7/11, you had the Twin Towers go down, the twins, and then you had the Seal of Solomon building, the Solomon Brothers building, which was building 7. So you can see who's behind all these events. And so it connects to the series Trackdown as Trump. There will be some kind of big conflict in America, which will be like a divided America, a civil war. And the card looks like this card of the Enough is Enough. You have the crown bike in the background, and it says, our snipers can take you down at any time. And this is what it seems to predict. We have IPEC goats, and in this sequence of IPEC goats, when the tower's crumbling down, you can see that the ice shelf is like a wave. As I've said, in predictive programming, they seem to predict that America will be flooded by a tsunami, and especially New York. And so if we look at London Real now has Governor Jesse Ventura on it, and it has also the Donald Trump Tucker Carlson. London Real was responsible for the David Icke interview, and it has been showing programs of Alex Jones. And so you can see where this is going, where they're going to try and get people to rebel against what's going on, and this is all part of the plan. And the truth movement is part of that dialectic, and I believe that this will then lead to war with China. They will say China has infiltrated America, and that's what I think the plan is. So we're getting closer to what looks like will be a fake assassination of Trump. Thank you.